is something that I hear a lot of players actually do. A lot of people do this, right? You write a letter to yourself, usually in the future, but let's take it the other way and sort of act out what it would look like if a current NFL player would write a letter to themselves from the future to the past, whatever time frame you want. Okay, so I'm going to play the role of one Le'Veon Bell, who I think doesn't get enough respect right now in this league. So let's see sort of what I come up with, like Jimmy Fallon.
Sure.
What's up, Le'Veon? It's been 10 years since you sat out the 2018 season, and I'm sure you're wondering how people see that a decade later. Listen, you changed the game. More than ever, players are standing up for their value, using their leverage, and refusing to settle. So, good job, baby bro. Now let's talk about that first year with the Jets. After you dropped that fire album and missed voluntary workouts, you did your thing and used all the noise as fuel. Remember when those goofs on Good Morning Football left you out of the conversation of best dual threat running backs for 2019? Ha! Little did they know, you and your fresh legs would lead New York to the playoffs on 2,000 yards and 100 catches. I mean, the Jets were just your destiny. Within 2 years, Brady up there in Foxborough decides to walk away. You secure 2 rings and launch the Gotham Green dynasty on your back. Sam introduced you down in Canton. He was up at the podium. He called you quarterback friendly 22 times in his speech. Steelers and Jets fans came to show love. Man, it was amazing. Even Keenan Allen was there to pay you respect and, of course, to argue with you about your new platinum single. Now, listen, I know it's a grind, but let me tell you, when you hear Jets fans chant B-E-L-L instead of J-E-T-S, it'll all be worth it. Yours, literally, 2029, Le'Veon.
What a nice letter.
Nice.
Pretty nice.
Okay, you write fast. Was that in cursive?
It was a lot. It was a lot of cursive, a lot of this. My hands kind of cramping.
Emotional, though. 2 Super Bowls for the Jets.
I think we are overlooking Le'Veon Bell. We are leaving him out of dual threat conversations. There is no way, as the focal point of this offense, working out the way he is. We see him working out on Instagram and all that. It all matters. He's got a chip on his shoulder. He's got fresh legs, and he's coming for something. If Brady does leave in the next 3 or 4 years, he's the reason the Jets will sort of take over.
Love it.
No doubt, no doubt. All right, can I give this a try?
Go ahead, Nate. You got a letter, too?
I do have bars. I got bars like that, and I want to pen a letter to a guy that has been through the ups and downs of the NFL. I mean, he's been loved, he's been hated a little bit. He's been our MVP. I want to pen a letter from Cam Newton to Cam Newton. So let's get this started.
All right. Come on now. Easy, buddy. Easy. That's a different pen, Nate.
All right. All right.
Dear Cam, what's good, fam? The world is crazy here in 2029, but for us, things are going just as planned. Sure, the only thing people might be talking about right now is your shoulder, but trust me, in 10 years, all they'll be talking about is your shoulder size so they can fit you for that gold jacket. Remember when they said you'd never get to another Super Bowl, let alone win one? Well, guess what? They were all dead wrong. You, McCaffrey, and Riverboat Ron got it all going. And the Panthers went straight into University of Phoenix Stadium to take on the Broncos once again in Super Bowl 57. Except this time, there was no Peyton Manning, no Von Miller to stop you. And the Panthers walked away with the first Super Bowl win in franchise history. Now, how's that for keep pounding? And it's not just your on-the-field career that took off. When DC decided to reboot the Justice League for the 5th time, guess who got the call to play Clark Kent? Yeah, Clark Kent is looking very tan these days, baby. That's right, Super Cam became Superman. So yeah, 2018 didn't go as well as we hoped, but there's still plenty more highlights left in that highlight reel. So keep your head up, bro. Rehab that shoulder. And tell Riverboat Ron to finally open up that t-shirt store. The best is yet to come. Sincerely yours, Cameron.
What do you think? How's it feel, Nate?
Feels good, and I think I'm spot on. You know, for a second, we all loved Cam, right? He was LeBron at quarterback. And then he fell out of good graces with certain fans, and they said, oh, well, he can't throw. And come to find out, he's just so banged up, but wouldn't tell anybody. It's more than just the fancy suits and the outfits after the game. I think Cam Newton is coming back this season to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league, if not the best. I mean, after all, he was our MVP at one point.
He's going to play Clark Kent in the movie.
Yeah, Chocolate Kent.
Wow. Kirk Cousins going to play T'Challa? All right, Peter, you're from Brooklyn. You got an old typewriter or something?
My old
All right, go ahead.
I chose Jared Goff, and amazingly, Jared Goff wrote a letter to his younger self, and, well, let's just get right to it.
Dear 24-year-old Jared Goff, it's me, 34-year-old Jared Goff. Do you know how jealous I am of you right now? Do you realize what you have going for you? You got something that no one else in the NFL has at this stage of their career. You've got a Super Bowl berth and the nobody believes in me card. Do you know how great that is? Do you know how wonderful it is that you went into New Orleans, gave Drew Brees and Sean Payton their first playoff loss ever in the Superdome, and yet you come into this offseason and people are doubting you? Do you realize what an incredible motivational chip that is on your shoulder? Look, I'm telling you, in the next couple of years, you're going to get paid, and you're going to get paid mega. So that'll take care of itself. You're going to get the Walter Payton Man of the Year award because everyone knows you're an incredible guy in the community, and you end up earning every single cent of that mega contract. And, buddy, you end up winning a couple Super Bowl rings, too. But what I would do to go back to be you at 24 years old, fresh off a Super Bowl berth, and having to spend an entire offseason hearing about Mahomes and Mayfield and freaking Wentz, dude, you've got it pretty good. The best is yet to come, and let the haters hate. Sincerely, older, wiser, 34-year-old Jared Goff.
Nice.
You're smart. Big smile on
Let's need to have a lot of zeros. In all honesty, we treat Jared Goff like he's some sad sack case right now because he lost Super Bowl. The guy went into New Orleans and was down 13 points and beat Drew Brees in a playoff game, and yet no one's talking about him as one of the best young quarterbacks. Keep talking about Carson Wentz. Jared Goff's coming.
Wow, that's good, Peter. That's good. I'm going to write a letter. I'm going to write it with a highlighter. Actually, this guy's got highlights. I'm going to write a letter to J.J. Watt. And I picture J.J.'s probably got a cool letterhead, his own stationery with a watermark and everything like that.
This is old J.J. Watt to young J.J. Watt.
That's right, okay. Exactly right. Hit the music. I'm going to write a letter to J.J. Here we go.
Dear J.J., hey, dude. Put down that tire for 30 seconds and sip some recovery drink because I want you to hear this. I'm proud of you, kid. I'm proud of the way you donated that money to Wisconsin and became the first athlete in American history to bankroll a new weight room and a new bar. The place is right next to the KK. It's called the JJ. There's Jaeger on tap. I'm proud that your show Ultimate Tag is still a huge hit to this day. Sure, there were some lame tweets when both TJ and Derek got franchise tagged, but you guys won 3 Emmys back in season 1. Amelia Clark presented them to you and said, "This stage just got hotter than the Red Keep. It was awesome." I'm proud that your son AJ is almost 8 now. He likes hockey, DeAndre, and Tommy Pickles from Rugrats. But most of all, I'm proud of the way you survived in your career, the way you changed the conversation from being about your back to putting the team on your back to putting 2 rings on your teammates' fingers, sacking Kyler Murray and Daniel Jones in back-to-back Super Bowls. Oh yeah, and don't buy that new house. Just wait. Trust me, bro, the master bedroom is much bigger in the governor's mansion. I love you, dude. Justin.
Wow. Why did they really say
Taking
the
the
oath? The governor of the state.
Governor, I was thinking president.
Hey, we'll get there. This is only 10 years from now, Peter. We got to set a precedent. J.J. Watt was supposed to be done. He was supposed to be washed up. We saw him 2 different times. Said that's been great. Maybe he'll get in the Hall of Fame. Still going strong. Incredible force. Texans, the playoff team, always matter. J.J., love you.
All of those guys are stars. They have had their moments. Who is the breakout star of this season? If you had to pick just one dude, who would it be?
Oh, Aaron Jones. I love Aaron Jones. UTEP.
AJ.
Good guess.
And which wideout is the defense's worst nightmare?
Julio Hall.
Julio got robbed. Let's just say it like it is.
Julio and Odell are somewhere wondering what the heck.